Hello everybody. Now, today, as promised, I'm going to be doing my version of the Iceland Texan barbecue beans and burnt ends. There we go. It was £2.50. I did a review of this the other day, and I said that I could make it cheaper, which I can. Yeah, because their price was £2.50, which was very overpriced, considering it was, you know, it was a bit of meat and beans, right? So what I've done, I don't have any beef, but what I do have, I had some pork chops. So I put a pork chop in there. And what I've done, I've put it in, seared it, did the usual thing, cut it into strips, and then cut it crossways until you get tiny cubes, and you end up getting a lot of those. Alright, so that was 62p for the pork chop, as instead of beef. I've got one sausage. It's the... I can't remember the name of it, but... Oh, it's the... Yeah, it's the Hex sausages. I bought them on discount last week. They're 19p each. Okay. So, it's wow, a standard. Okay. What did I say? Sausage. Yeah, sausage was 19p, and the beans are the cheapest beans in the co-op, 26p a can. There we go, 26p a can. So this Cowboy beans is going to cost £1.07. So if you had two of them, that would be £2.14, which is still cheaper than £2.50 for one of those Iceland ones. You can have two of these for one of them. They still have some change left over. Oh, and also, I'm going to be adding some... the beans are in the microwave right now. And what I'm going to do is get a spoon. Right, I'm going to get rid of the oil. And also I'm going to put some Reggae sauce. I don't have any barbecue, so... Reggae sauce is going to be what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm doing here, if you can see, yeah, I'm just doing the usual, all the oil that's used to fry the pork chop and sausages, or sausage, and the juices. I'm going to get rid of those. So in here I've got a pork chop and a sausage, which I've been frying the bejesus out of this so it's nice and dark. Okay, oops. Now the beans, are good and hot. They were in the microwave for 2 minutes. I think another 30 seconds. Okay. Oops. Right, I'm going to do the beans for another 30, and then I'm going to put it in the frying pan with the meat. Okay. Now, in the meantime, I'll do a shout out. Username Hanky Panky. And that was a message from my two cousins. Well, that's their username. My two cousins are Lucianne and Paris. They've asked for a shout out, so hello to you. And there you go. So yeah, Lucianne and Paris. There we are. So yeah, they wrote to me today. They've been hopefully been watching lots of videos on my channel. So hello to you. Okay. Now, let's see, the libation today is Diet Sparkling Co-op Lemonade, 65p, 2 litres. Very good. Okay. Now, we got the beans that are, I better get a cloth. Okay, I'll show you what I've done here. Now, I've cooked the beans in the microwave. I didn't want to cook them in the frying pan here. I wanted to cook them in the microwave and just make sure that they're heated and basically cooked a little bit more. So we've got the beans, sausage, pork chop, all in the frying pan. Now I'm going to add the special ingredient, the Reggae sauce. Now this is bubbling away, so I figure, yeah, that's probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Yeah, see, I don't have, well, actually I might have barbecue sauce. I didn't fancy putting barbecue. I figured, well, you know, I'm going to make this slightly different than you know, it's going to be my own little twist on here. So let's see, let that simmer for a while. Now, so to recap, we've got 1 pork chop. If you buy them from the butchers, you can buy them in packs of sort of, you know, 6, 8, 12, you know, but depending on what the butchers, right? They just put them in a big pack. And what I had was like, I had the big pack, so I had like 13 for 8 quid. Alright, it works out at 62p each, which is, you know, not too bad for a, and it's a boneless pork chop. So I don't like having to, you know, cut around the, you know, the bone after I've cooked it. I just want to the whole piece of meat, just cut it up and just go on, you know. Yeah, one sausage, it doesn't really matter on the quality of the sausage, I don't think. You can use the cheaper sausages. I've using the Hex sausages because I got a deal on them. But you could just use the cheap shop, whatever shop brand sausages that are going, you know. Use a couple of those. Beans. I've actually, I had some of these beans last week. And I can't remember. Oh, I think it was the English breakfast. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. I had like chips. I had fried egg. I can't even remember what was in it. You know. Anyway, it was all sausages and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so those beans are 26p. You can just use the cheapest beans because what with all the other ingredients, all the other flavours coming from the pork chop, the sausage, it doesn't really matter about any flavour that you know, any or flavourless that you might think you might be getting from the cheap beans and stuff, because yeah, I mean, you're adding whatever sauce you want as a seasoning. In this case, it's Reggae. You could be using barbecue. You could be using, I don't know, soy sauce, I guess. If you fancy being out there and wacky, yeah, soy sauce, that might work. Anyway, so but whatever sauce you put in will just add to the flavour of anything that you know, that you're making. And personally, I think, I mean. They've advertised, I don't want to show this crummy box too much, but they're advertising it as Texan barbecue cowboy beans, right? But you figure you're going to cook this in a microwave, which is not very sort of cowboy-like as far as I can tell. At least this way you're cooking it in a pan on the heat, and you're just frying everything, throwing the beans in, cooking the bejesus out of it, and it's done. You could do that on an open fire, you know. If you're out there camping someplace, you've got a frying pan, cook the meat, chop it up into tiny, tiny pieces, throw in the beans, throw in some sachets of brown sauce. At least it's a bit more realistic, and at least you could call that cowboy beans, not like this where you know. I don't even know how they make the connection to the cowboy, except for the barbecue. I don't know. But I've never seen any cowboy movies whether you cook it in a microwave. So this is going to be more authentic, in my opinion, as a cowboy meal. Right, I reckon that is about done. Okay. Now, trick is now, I'm going to pour it into the bowl, and then I'll show you. So I mean, this is actually quite a simple and easy dish. The only thing, as usual, the only thing you didn't see me do was basically cooking the pork chop and cutting it up into little slices, you know, because, you know, I mean, it takes up time. You don't need to see me cutting up a bit of meat, you know. So aside from that, now look, take a look at that. Now that, if you compare that picture to this same angle where I had the bowl of the Iceland version, and this was yesterday, you know, it looks exactly the same as far as I can say. You know, you got like little dark bits of meat over here, you got beans. These are haricot beans, not like the pinto beans that they had, but it looks exactly the same. Alright, it looks the same. It costs it costs half. It costs half of what they were charging, so I can have 2 of these bowls for the price of that. And it kind of smells. It doesn't smell like barbecue because it's, you know, it's got reggae, Jamaican, Caribbean smell to it, you know. The pork chop and bacon are chewy. Yeah. I can feel the spices on the tongue of the of the reggae, but yeah, I reckon, yeah, you know what, this is actually quite good. Now, if I was to change anything, which, being completely honest, I would change it from the reggae 2 out of. It's 2 out of 3 peppers on the label. I would change it to regular 1 out of 3, you know? The mild. Purely because I don't really go for peppery spiciness. I can feel, oh boy, I can feel it burning my tongue a little bit. I think I probably shouldn't have put so much sauce in there. That's my own stupid fault. And, but yeah, no, you know, if you don't mind the spicy, or you go for the less spicy reggae, or some kind of barbecue sauce, or get yourself a bunch of these, you know, get these out of the takeaways and whatnot, then this is a very good version of that Iceland stuff. You know, pretty much, except for the heat of the Reggae. But I'm starting to get used to that now. At least, you know, with this bowl. The pork chop is good. The sausages are chewy. The pork chops are chewy because there's lots of tiny little pieces. Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, look at that. That looks exactly the same as the dish that they dished up for twice the price. Yeah. Yeah. If I was to do this again, I'd have it with the less spicy, or less of the spicy sauce. But this is very good, very easy, very quick. Put the pork chop in a frying pan, sear it off, start cutting it gradually through in little tiny pieces. Do the same with the sausage. If you want to throw bacon in there, do that. In fact, if you wanted to add bacon, just add 20p to that price tag. So from, you know, at the moment it's 107. But if you go to the pound shop, you get 5 slices for £1. For every slice of bacon you put in there, just add 20p. You know, yeah. This is quite good. Yeah, you have 2 bowls of this for what I paid them people. Anyway, that's that. And yeah, I proved to myself, and I said that I was going to do it for half the price. And I did, slightly better than half price. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. It's a long old video, this one. Anyway, let me know what you think. And thank you very much. Bye bye.